So here we have a match between Ken and Ryu, and we're going to go over what we can see, what moves work and what moves don't. So we have round 1 starting here, and everything is going at 10% regular speed, so we can really break down what's going to happen here. So in the beginning, we have right off the bat, round starts, Ken eats a fireball right to the face, so that could have been blocked. Not sure what it was trying to do from the start, but we'll count that as the first error. Then he goes for a jump in, and it wasn't safe because it was anti-aired, so count that as the second unforced error. He goes for a sweep, but it's kind of out of range, so nothing happens there. Ken goes for another sweep, but he's a little bit too far for it, so he walks up and then does it again, and this time it hits unblocked. So I don't know maybe it was not expected or just couldn't react to it. He comes in for the wake up jump in. That gets blocked, cancels that into a sweep fireball. All of that gets blocked, so won't count any of that as an error. That was another fireball. Doesn't have time to throw out his own. Now I don't know why he took that. Maybe he thought he was trying to do something, but we'll count that as the second error for Ryu. He throws out a fireball. That gets blocked. And, he's pushed to the corner, so I think he's trying to make some room. Throws out another fireball. Ken can't throw out his own in time, so he has to block it. Ryu moves ahead. And here, he moves closer than maybe Ken expected, and Ken doesn't do anything as the jump in gets DP'd. So that's the third kind of unforced error. Goes for the wake up fireball. The meaty fireball gets blocked. Again, Ryu's moving forward, tries a low kick, but is a little too far, whiffs, blocks a fireball. Ken goes for the consecutive fireball. Again, not enough time to respond with their own, so he blocks that one. Goes for a third consecutive. And here, Ryu seems to jump, but yeah, way too late for that. Mistimed jump. Not sure if he was trying to do something else and a jump came out, but it ends up knocking him down, pushing him all the way back to the corner. Ken comes in with the meaty jump and kick. Now he doesn't do anything after that, he just moves back, which is like interesting. Then he moves back forward and ends up eating a unblocked low kick, so that's the fourth error. He whiffs another kick and blocks a fireball. Now he goes for an uppercut here, maybe trying to hit a normal, but the whiffed low kick sweep and another sweep into fireball. So nothing's an error here. Now he jumps in and the fireball is late, so you would think he would get hit by something, but it just whiffs on that and ends up trying to do a DP, but it was too late for that because that gets blocked and that gets punished. So that's really the fifth error. Like, I don't know if a different move would have hit on that jump in. So he blocks, or he doesn't block, he DPs through the meaty fireball, but that leaves him vulnerable for a follow-up punish after DP. So it was pretty difficult to do that reversal after, DP through a reversal DP through a fireball, but that just gets punished ultimately. Maybe he didn't want to take that, chip damage. He still had enough life to take some chip damage, but he was running low maybe, or wasn't expecting that. So here it is in full speed or normal speed. The same round. Eats that fireball. Unsafe jump. Whiff, 3 fireballs. Tries to jump over, gets hit. And here he jumps in and gets this weird blocked DP, and then that gets punished. So it goes by really fast, as you can see. And so let's move on to round 2. Let's look at what they do here. And we're just kind of focused on unforced errors here. How many kind of clear mistakes. So here he eats an unblocked low kick for his first error. Then he sweeps, which then he tries to sweep that, but then that gets DP'd. So now he's down on the ground. Ryu comes in, trying to set up the distance, can't reach him with his leg. Ryu can't reach either, so that gets punished with a standing kick. And again, tries to go with the low kick. He's a little bit out of range. Creates some distance. Ken goes for the fireball. Not enough time to react to that. Just blocks it. Goes for another fireball. This time jumps pretty early. Let's see if he has enough time to hit him. He does. So that's an unblocked jump in. And then just gets an unblocked sweep here. Ken was trying to walk up. Follows it up with a meaty fireball. Gets blocked. Goes for another fireball to set up that corner pressure. Moves in closer with the medium punch. Just out of range. Both just out of range. Goes for the jump. Ryu tries to uppercut, but it was a bit too late. So that's an error for him, but it ends up turning into a pretty good throw because it was not teched. So it takes full damage on that throw. So Ken is pretty low on life here. Meaty fireball. Ryu closes the distance with the air tatsu. Ken goes for the fireball. Ryu doesn't have any time to do anything but block it. Still has a big life lead here, so it doesn't have to do anything too crazy. Then Ryu goes in for another fireball. Gets blocked. Second consecutive. Ken counters. Goes for another fireball. Ken counters. And a third fireball. Again, Ken has enough time to counter with his own. Goes for a fourth one, which gives him super meter. Still has time for his own, but with the super meter, now another from Ken would be dangerous. He ends up jumping over the normal fireball, hits him at a long distance, can't follow up with anything. Goes for a whiff DP here. I don't know if that was meant to be a DP. Nothing happens there on that exchange. Both tried to look like they went for the low kick, but Ken's got his out faster. So now Ryu eats that damage. Here Ken goes in for the jumping stab. Tatsu. And he ends up going with an uppercut. He takes the damage of it, but the follow-up comes as a unblocked low kick, cancelled into a fireball. So now they're both at 1 pixel of health. Ken follows up with a fireball, taking that last dot of health. Now Ryu can't take any more chip damage. No more blocked fireballs, so he really has to make this last move count. Comes in, medium punch. All choosing the right moment. Now Ken takes a blocked fireball, so he is out. He's down to 0 health. So really, neither can take any more chip damage here. Ryu goes for the fireball. Ken decides to jump over it. Now here, Ryu decides to jump backwards. Ken has his super and executes it from quite a distance, and it ends up hitting him as Ryu's coming down from his backwards jump. And I think if Ryu just stayed crouched, the whole super would have whiffed from that distance, but he decides to jump back, which is, it's kind of instinctive to do when you have 0 health. You can't take any chip damage, and Ken's about to come in with a super. You'd hope that you can jump back, but the wall is there. So here's that round in normal speed, normal game speed. Not enough time to do the DP there. Fireball war. Jumps in. Can't do anything. Hits. Sweep. Now they're both down to low life, and there's the super. And so you can see, like at normal speed, you're processing a lot of information. And making these decisions correctly at even at slow speed is difficult. At high speed, it's super difficult. So it's pretty amazing to see. Yeah, the mistakes, I counted them as errors because they ultimately did get punished, but there are times when you just have to take a risk on like a jump in or something to move the game along. Like if you just stay in defense too long, you just get chipped out in this game. So you've gotta make a move. Sometimes they can react to it, and so there's a lot of timing and pattern reading going on. But yeah, I think just kind of slowing down the video, breaking it down, you can see a lot of what they're trying to do, what they're thinking about, what they can react to, what they can't react to, and sort of once in a while some surprises, some little mistakes that I'm pretty sure they even realize themselves. They're like, oh, why did I do that? But in slow-mo, you can really see like when a move is not good, and I think as you get better, you just you're able to analyze all of this real time at normal speed. So I think that's part of getting better at the game. Even I think these two players are very high level, and you see them, in slow motion. It looks like, oh, why did you do that? Or, that seems so like obviously punishable. But at full speed, you're reading them. You're trying to out time them. So things aren't as obvious in real time. So yeah, that's the little commentary analysis for this video. I hope to do another one in the future. Thanks for watching.